Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hidden Gems, and I have the illustrious Hidden Gem in front of us right now. Vinny. Do you go by Vin, Vinny? What is it?
Whatever.
Whatever. Just don't call me late for dinner, right? So you were just describing to me that you hurt yourself, but you're doing better today.
Yeah, much better.
He's a weightlifter.
Used to be really heavy, but...
Really? So did you do it professionally?
I was in contest, yeah.
You were?
Mm-hmm.
Do tell.
Yeah.
What did you win?
Well,
Wait, are we going to show pictures?
I'll show you a picture.
So you were a bodybuilder back in the day. Now, were you a... Shut up. Okay, let's see if the camera can... Is that you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to see. Hang on.
Let me see if I get the individuals.
This is good. We're going to see Vinny. You got to tell it. I'm going to have to put it up to the camera here. Shut up. You look like Hulk Hogan. Can you see that? That's Vinny. Wow. Like, how long did you...
1974 I started, and that was 1982 my contest, and now I'm 72. So.
You're 70. Shut up. You look great. Not that 72 is old, but that's awesome.
I can feel it.
So you were in professional sports. Like, did you do pre-Olympics? Did you do anything? No. And were you always interested in sports? And
well, I always loved sports, but I didn't play no sports though. I always worked.
So you got that naturally, or were you doing steroids?
Naturally.
No way. That was all natural.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that picture? That was Vinny.
In my basement.
In your basement. So you must have spent hours.
I had a whole gym in my basement.
You do?
All handmade by a professional.
Okay.
You know.
And so are all your kids athletic?
Yeah.
Okay, obviously they have a hockey game tonight, you said?
My grandson does, yep. Hockey game tonight, and then he does soccer, baseball, hockey. My granddaughter does field hockey, basketball. My granddaughter does soccer. The other one does gymnastics and dancing and skating. They're all in it.
Wow.
And my two daughters were very active in school.
You have to let me know when some of those games are, because I'll just go to random games and watch. My granddaughter's actually has a friend who plays baseball. I go and watch his games whenever I know there are games, because I love sports.
I go all the games. You have a game tonight in Tingsboro, so.
I might
High
might be seeing that, and this is hockey.
Hockey, yeah. The high school actually starts in December.
Okay.
But this is summer high school league.
Okay. Awesome. Very cool. So tell me, you briefly told me last Sunday how you met Daryl. Could you share that story?
In the 1980s, before cable TV came out, we had the big antennas on top of the roof, the big antennas that go around in circles. So I says, then Preview came out before cable. So it's another cable to your house, but it's called Preview. I took the antenna off, left it in the front yard. So one day someone knocks on my door and says, "We doing that antenna?" I says, "I'm getting rid of it. Can I have it?" "Sure." I didn't know it was Pastor, because I didn't know Pastor Daryl, So that's how I met him the first time.
Okay.
And then a few years later, when I became a Christian in 1988, went to Fitchburg Assembly in Fitchburg. He came in 1990 with his family. Jeremy was really young, and we had a birthday party for him over there. That's why I first met him then. He said, "I remember you," And then...
you took my satellite dish.
The satellite antenna that goes around in circles.
Or the antenna,
the big, huge thing,
Yeah.
And then 1994, he had a tent meeting in Pepperell.
Okay.
My wife and I went there, and we started coming ever since.
Okay, since 1994. Okay, so you raised your kids here.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Well, they went to Fitchburg Assembly first with me. They were young.
Okay.
And then from there we came here. Yeah.
Okay. And so since coming here, you mentioned you and your wife, but you told me last week.
She passed away 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah, October.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It was tough, but we're still dealing with it.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Was it?
Cancer.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
And you have how many kids and how many grandkids?
I have 2 daughters.
Okay.
And 5 grandkids.
5 boys, girls, mix.
We got Christian, he's 18. Sophia is 15. Savannah is 13. Gabriella is 6.
Wow, that's the youngest.
And Hannah is 24.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Very cool. Isn't it fun being a grandparent?
Keeps me going. Yeah.
It keeps us all on our toes to have our grandkids, but they're the best thing
I'd be lost
ever.
without them.
Yeah,
You know, so.
yeah, I hear that. It's awesome that you get, they're all around you then. They're,
All the time. I'm with them all the time.
yeah,
You know.
that's beautiful.
So yeah.
They call you Pop? or-
Bamps.
What?
Bamps.
Bamps?
Yeah. Bampy. You know?
Bampy, I love it. That's
And
awesome.
it's a funny thing because in high school, right? They say, you know, they say, I swear on God, you know, I
Yeah.
swear on the Bible.
Yeah.
They say, I swear on Bampy. I don't know how that got out there. So I try to go to the game to say, this Bampy.
Nice.
All the high school kids. I say, how'd that come? My grandson started that in school, you know.
That's awesome.
I swear on Bampy, so it's got to be true, you know.
Now, are you a coach of any of the teams?
No.
No. Okay.
I was a baseball coach. My grandson was younger.
Oh, okay.
In Pepperell.
In
You know,
Pepperell.
for that 1 year, you know. That was
That's
fun.
cool. Yeah. Are you a Boston
Big
Red
fan.
Sox fan?
Yeah, all the New England sports.
Okay. So the Patriot, everybody. You're just
Yeah.
hardcore New England.
New England sports. I watch all the games.
Nice.
Which
nice.
I can anyways.
Yeah. So when you first started coming then with your family in 1994, what was it here or I'm not sure.
It was here.
It was in
Yeah.
this facility.
It probably towards more 1995 area of time, you know.
Okay.
You know, that's when the tent meeting I think happened, 94, 95 time, you know.
Okay. And
It
what?
was here, it was small. This used to be a gym back here.
Oh, okay.
And then I think he passed there and they had a small section over there, you know.
Okay.
So I saw it all grow,
Yeah.
you know.
You've been a part of the changes over the years.
Yeah.
So when did you, obviously when even you were bodybuilding, you didn't know the Lord then?
No, 1988.
So when you were in the midst of your growing up years before, maybe even you met your wife and then met your wife, obviously you had given your heart to the Lord in 88, so you were...
Catholic.
Oh, Catholic. That happens to be very prominent in this area.
And since I was a kid, I was becoming an altar boy, right, growing up.
Okay.
And I changed my mind because I didn't think it was right kneeling down in front of statues. And I was only 15 years old.
Wow.
So something said to me, this is not right, you know, praying to somebody else, like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't want to get into it too deep, but Mary, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Something didn't seem right, so I didn't become an
Wow.
altar boy, you know. And along the way, I get this nudges all my whole life, you know. Like I go to, you know, to the mass, say, right, you know. It just didn't seem right. It's the same thing every Sunday. Nothing's changed, you know. So something, you know. And funny, my wife and I one day woke up, it was 1988, and I met this girl, this lady at where I used to work at Raytheon. You know, I had little Bibles on my desk all the time, right? So I went to her. I says, you know, hey, you know, and she got me involved with the church, you know. Before that, though, my wife's friend used to go to Church of Christ,
Okay.
and that was bad.
Oh, it was?
Oh, very bad. So what happened was, we went. It was a place in Stowe we used to go to, and they separated me from my kids, and they wanted us to live with them for 6 months, see how we lived, you know. And then we weren't allowed to raise our kids. So I said to my wife, I says, "What's this all about?" You know, and she says, "Yeah, I don't know," you know. So about a month went by, and I remember one time we had a blizzard, and we didn't go to the Bible study. And they called me up and gave us a hard time. You're going to hell, blah blah. I says, "Really?" And then one day they did a little. Is it okay saying these?
Yeah,
things?
yeah, yeah.
So they did a little skit, and the guy threw down some spaghetti on the ground. And was doing something, you know. I forget what the skit was all about. And when he was all done, his wife went to pick it up. He goes, "You don't touch that, so I tell you to," like that. So I looked at my wife, looked at me, and I says, "Okay." So next morning we woke up. We said, "We're out of here." So I called him. I said, "We're out of here." He wouldn't stop calling me for weeks. And I said, "I'm a nice guy." I says, "But don't push me," you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Then we left. That's when I met. Then you know, Sandy. I met a good friend of mine. We're still good friends today. Matter of fact, she gave me her first Bible, and she got us involved with Fitchburg Assembly.
Oh, okay.
That's when I met, you know,
Yep.
Fitchburg Assembly in
Yep.
In Fitchburg. That's when I gave, you know, Bill Alsop came,
Okay.
and he did Revelations, and that's when I gave my life to God because
Okay.
Revelation. I like Revelations.
Yeah.
And he scared me. you
Yeah.
know. So I'm the type of guy I need that kind of, you know,
Yeah.
the hardcore training. You know. I've been there ever since.
Wow.
You know, then that's I met, I met Pastor before that with the antenna.
Yeah.
Then we met him at a tent meeting, and my wife said, this is like 1995, pretty close to that. So 6 years later, my wife and I woke up one day after the tent meeting. We said, I think it's time to move on. We started coming here.
Wow.
Been here ever since.
Yeah.
And my wife used to be in the dance team here.
Oh yes.
Used to run around and dancing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, she did a lot of stuff like that. She was always involved with the church. More than I was, because I always worked.
Yeah.
And then that was that.
And now, are you retired?
I retired 2012.
And what did you do when you?
I was at Raytheon.
What's Raytheon? I know, I've heard the name, but what is that?
Missiles.
You worked with missiles?
Missile system.
You must have carried them.
No, I was a manager.
Okay.
Top manager.
Well.
From 1973 to 1990. And then I bought a business. And I left Raytheon, bought a business with my brother. And, that was kind of a family problem there. So we got rid of the business. And then I went to UPS.
Okay.
For about 25 years. I retired in 2012.
Okay.
58 and a half I retired.
Wow.
I got involved with, what helped me out a lot was doing the day trading. I learned how to do day trading, buy and sell stock and stuff like that. So I made some money on that, helped pay the bills down. Then I got involved as a financial advisor.
You are
I was, so I retired in 2007, 2013. I was a financial advisor. I, financial planner. I, got all my licenses and stuff. And so I did all that, and I made some money on that. Then between the pensions and everything else, I said, okay, time to retire. I started looking, what's more important, money or time?
Yes.
So I said, in the 90s, I was working a lot of hours in different jobs because I closed the business down and getting started again, and I'm back on my feet because I basically got screwed in the business deal. That's something else. And then I said, I didn't see my kids that much playing sports.
Yeah.
My two girls, so I said, I want to see my grandkids.
Yes.
So my grandson just turned 5 years old in 2012. I said, he started playing skating and everything else. I said, I'm going to see my grandkids play. So I retired.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So
beautiful, Vinny.
13 years, August 1st.
Yeah.
So this is August 3rd. So 2 days ago was 13 years.
Wow. And loving every second of it.
Yep. I got a UPS pension, Raytheon pension, Social Security, annuities coming in. So
you're set.
I'm set for life.
You're set for life.
No debt.
No debt. Thank you, Jesus.
Yep.
So for the young people that are, because you obviously have grandkids, in the society that we live in today and the volatility of like the youth, what would you tell them the best way as a
I would say, first of all, no drugs, no drinking, no smoking. Keep yourself in good shape because when your health is no good, money means nothing.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And
Look
then,
at this man. He's 72 years old. I would have never guessed that.
And then I'd say to them, learn to use your hands.
Okay.
Because growing up, my father always told me, never touch a hammer because I wasn't good at it. He goes, you're good behind a desk, which I became,
Okay.
So today, I have to hire people to do my job because I can't do it, So I would say to the kids, first of all, keep your health is more important. Don't be a follower, be your own leader. Don't do what the kids do. And I'd say the first thing you learn how to budget. Learn how to do a checkbook. Learn how to save your money, how to invest your money. If you're 18 years old or older, learn how to. You're making $100. Learn how to put 70 away.
Yeah.
And I'd say, if you do have some bills, you pay yourself as a bill.
Beautiful.
Because no one's going to help you. So when you pay your bills off, pay yourself 10% what you make and put it into an investment. That's paying yourself, so it grows.
Yeah.
And I'd say, learn how to use your hands, learn how to do trade, do something like that, but become really financial smart. Learn how to budget. That's the most important thing because money can destroy families.
Yes.
Money can destroy, put you in debt your whole life. And I don't. One thing I taught my kids, they hate debt.
Yes.
My kids are better than I am. They pay everything off. They don't care about they don't want no debt. I like that.
Yeah.
So that's what I tell the kids. Just learn. Learn how to do things yourself.
Yeah.
Because I always said in the business, you got to be smarter than the employees. Because if you're not smarter than the employees, they're gonna run you. And you're stuck. You can't get rid of them or whatever.
Yeah.
So you have to be smarter than them. You know,
Yeah.
if you're a mechanic, you got to be smarter than the guy you hired. So if he's messing around, you just get somebody else. You can still do it yourself,
Yeah.
make money.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell the kids. Just be smart. Your health is more important than anything.
Yeah.
No drinking, no smoking, no drugs.
Wow. No drinking,
I
no
never,
smoking,
I never,
no drugs.
I never touched a drink. I don't drink coffee.
Oh, you don't?
I never touched it. I never had liquor in my life. I never smoked. Never took drugs my whole life. I always ate healthy.
And look at how healthy you are, except for when you pull a muscle.
Oh, that was foolish. I'm trying to work out like I did 30 years old. Bench 400-something pounds. And everything else.
Didn't quite work that way.
No. I was doing real heavy pull down, stretching my arms on top, pulling it down, and I ripped everything inside me. I pulled the nerves here, my leg, everything. So,
So how long are you out of commission for now?
I'm back.
Oh, you already?
I'll
You're starting to
start-
lift again.
I'll start next week.
You will?
The doctor told me at the emergency room, no more overheads, no more pull downs. You're going to go real light this time. I said, yeah. She got nothing to prove anymore, she says. I said, okay. So, work out light. It's more about the heart now.
Yeah.
Cardio.
Yeah.
Not jogging. Brisk walking is better than jogging.
Yeah.
But I would do, more light weights and more, slower reps.
Yeah.
Just to get the cardio going. But
Yeah.
for the heart, build the heart up more. And forget about the mass and the size.
Were you raised in this area? Cambridge, because you have an accent.
Yeah, I was born in Cambridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I moved here in 1977.
I would have said New York. Where's Cambridge?
Boston.
Okay, so Boston. Okay, so they're similar, somewhat. It's awesome. It's awesome. And are you Italian?
Italian.
Because the name Vinny, so...
It's Lopretti, but we say Lopret.
Okay,
So
okay.
it's an Italian.
Okay.
My grandfather's Sicilian, my grandmother was Calabrese, on both sides.
Okay, wow, okay. And so do you come from a big family?
Was me, my 3 brothers, and my sister, who passed away with cancer.
Oh, I'm sorry to
And
hear
I have the
that.
3 brothers left,
Are you the youngest,
I'm
oldest?
the oldest.
You're the
Oldest brother.
Oldest brother, okay.
My sister was 4 years older than I was.
Okay, okay. And are they all healthy too? Are they bodybuilders too?
No.
No. What got you even interested in that?
Well, since I was a kid, I used to go to the movies a lot.
Okay.
6, 7 years old, and I used to watch Hercules all the time.
Okay.
I watched them last night, matter of fact.
Really? Okay.
To midnight.
I love that.
I go on YouTube, put on a Hercules movie just to
Yeah.
get motivated.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
You look like Hercules. You look like you could play the part.
Yeah, not no more, but
Well, you did.
it did, yeah.
Okay, so that got you interested. So you'd spend hours to look like that naturally.
We worked out. I had training partners come to help. My whole basement was in Townsend was a gym. It was like the whole house was
That's
a gym.
fascinating.
All the machines, everything, and then
So you had to eat well as well. I
Yeah.
mean, like you had to be disciplined.
I took care of my own self. I made my own foods. A lot of dark greens like spinach and broccolis, and a lot of chicken, a lot of fish. Red meat was like half of that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because get rid of the saturated fats.
Yeah.
A lot of omega-3s, a lot of probiotics, a lot of desiccated livers.
Yeah.
The pills.
So you're not on any kind of medications?
No, I never take medication.
At 70, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Matter of fact, I'm taking right now for this problem I have is ibuprofen. That's it.
Oh, wow.
Not even medication. Just for 5 days, take 400 milligrams of ibuprofen, get the swelling down, and then the dead tissue that died in there will dissolve. Supposedly, they said. So I feel a lot better today. I can bend. I couldn't bend to the side. It was
Wow.
so that's all I'm taking. That's not even considered medication, really.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
That's really encouraging for people that are older. So what would you say to people that are getting older and they want to be off of medications?
I'd say a lot of fiber,
A lot of fiber, okay.
a lot of dark greens, a lot of omega-3s.
Okay.
I know a lot of fish is wormy.
Yeah.
But I would go for the omega-3. I take omega-3s on tablets.
Yep.
I eat salmon a lot.
Okay.
I buy a lot of steelhead trout. The high omega-3 stuff. I have in my protein shakes I take today. It's the 100% whey. It has I put in pure honey in there, a teaspoon of honey. I throw in ground flaxseed, high in omega-3. I throw in 10 grams of fiber, from India. It's good stuff. I throw in organic cocoa powder, organic, you know, and I throw in organic cherries, blueberries, you know, frozen.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of stuff in there. You know, it's a healthy, it's 4,000 milligrams a day of omega-3 I take.
Wow. So your heart is strong and healthy.
So far.
Okay.
You know, they always say the ratio omega-3 should be 2 times more than omega-6s.
Oh.
Omega-6 is saturated fats, which cause cholesterol and stuff like that.
Okay.
You know, plaque and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I had my life screening test done back in March. They do the whole body, and I have no plaque in my arteries at all, which
That's
is good.
amazing.
Yeah. And my blood work came back the other day from the emergency room, and they said that she was confused because my blood work's perfect. She goes, I don't know what's causing this. She had to call the surgeon to find out how to treat this because she's saying the vitals are fine. He's going to the bathroom good. His blood work is perfect. So how do we treat this? He does ibuprofen. So it has gone down, thank God. You know.
So get off of prescription medicines if you can, and keep everything natural.
Everything has a side effect.
Yeah.
I don't take anything. My cholesterol is it's really good. My blood pressure is really good.
And you stay active every day. You do something, walking.
I cut the grass myself, push the lawnmower. I got a half acre of land, and I could get a sit down, but I won't do it. I'm gonna push the lawnmower. I take care of my pool. I do everything myself. You know, when I go home today, I'm gonna vacuum the house, wash the floors. You know, keep myself active. And,
That's beautiful.
That's the key. You can't stop.
So thank you so much, Vinny, for sharing this with everybody. You've given some really key things to young people as well as old people and older people. And he is a hidden gem here at Faith Worship Center. So I would just encourage you, when you see Vinny on a Sunday, or if you do the men's breakfast, or see him in town, that to pull on him, because he is definitely a hidden gem. And thank you so much for sharing your story. Thank you for giving the advice that you gave, and we hope you were blessed by this episode with Vinny on Hidden Gems. Join us next time. We hope to see you at church on Sunday. See you later. Have a great week.